Hello, Kelly. This story is especially for you. I wanted it to be waiting the next time you get on Facebook. I think it's very possible, many times in our lives, to be given challenges that make us feel as though we've been thrown into the sea. We struggle to catch our breath. We struggle to make it to the surface. And sometimes we feel broken, like a pile of bones resting on the bottom of the sea. And we stay there, waiting to be discovered or rediscovered, hoping to be put back together again. And then someone comes along, or something. It might even be our inner selves, which is always there if we can reach down deep enough. And that someone or something, through compassion, through love, and caring, helps put us back together again. And as I said, it's very possible that that might be ourselves. No one remembers why her father threw her into the sea, but he did. And she danced down, down in dark waters. The waves overhead, the music to which she danced. Her partners, the fish, that schooled in and out, plucking at her bones and her eyes, until she was no more than a pile of white bones resting on the bottom of the sea. And no one would go to that place. Everyone was afraid of it. But there was a fisherman who was new in the village. He knew that a place that had not been fished for a long time would be good fishing. Fish are intelligent. They won't go to the place where they're always caught. But this fisherman knew the time was right. So he rowed his boat to that place in the sea. He cast his net and his line, and he waited. Then he felt a tug as his hook danced down, down in dark waters and caught on the rib cage of Skeleton Woman. The tug was hard, and he thought, this was a big fish. It will feed many people in the village for a very long time. So he turned to pick up his net, and when he looked back, there she was. A gleaming white skull, fish, schooling about her. Her fingernails dug into the back of his boat. The fisherman screamed and dropped his net. He picked up the oars and he rowed and he rowed and he rowed as fast as he could to the safety of the shore. The Skeleton Woman rose up on the sea behind him, arms and legs and head bobbing up and down with the rhythm of the sea. When he landed on the shore, he took up his line, and that line was his livelihood. That line was his everything, and he ran across the beach toward the hut that was like a womb, safe and dark. Skeleton Woman danced on the shore and on the sand behind him. The fisherman dove into his hut, and then he heard the sound of bones as they clattered to the floor. Reaching around in the darkness to where he kept his flint and steel, he found it and struck a spark to light a fire. And that's when he saw her. Not a fearsome thing, but bones tangled in his line. "Na, na, na," said the fisherman. He laid out her ribs, her arms, her legs, her spine, and placed her skull on the neck where it belonged. "Na, na, na," he said. Thinking she was cold, he covered her, then sat against the wall of his hut and watched her in the firelight. "Na, na, na," and the fisherman fell asleep. In his dreams, he saw a murder long ago, a body thrown from the cliff, gleaming white bones in the sea, and the fisherman wept. His tears awakened Skeleton Woman. She was hungry and thirsty. She crawled up upon her hands and knees and crept across the room until she was very close to the fisherman. And she smelled his tears, and she drank them, and her thirst was quenched. Then she reached into the fisherman's chest and brought out his heart and played it like a drum. Hair, 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 eyes, 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 flesh, 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 flesh. Skeleton Woman sang for all the things a woman needs to be whole. And then she replaced the fisherman's heart where it belonged and crawled beneath the blanket to be with him. And they say the fisherman and Skeleton Woman were never parted after that day. This story is called Skeleton Woman. It's an Inuit tale. I first heard it in Women Who Run with the Wolves, or first read it in the book, and then I found other sources of it. It's a metaphorical story, Kelly. It's not just about the love of a man for a woman or his compassion for her healing and her hurt. It's a story about putting ourselves back together. Now I believe in you. I believe that you will heal, and you will be happy, and you will be changed for all the good things and all the right reasons. Skeleton Woman. Love you, Kelly. Wishing you all the best. God bless you and watch over you as you heal like Skeleton Woman.